I wanted to show you how to train and build with Asura on my noob account. This is what Asura is good at. A lot of people get into somebody's base and they find that that person has a lot of soldiers. If you want, you can use an Asura to get rid of all those soldiers at once. That way you don't have to waste time on killing the soldiers and also getting rid of the heroes. If you can see right there, I'm just having Asura solo this whole dungeon by himself with a small healer pet, nothing big, because his combo is gonna at least attack and reflect, so he doesn't need much of a heal. Alright, let's watch this happen. He doesn't get stunned at all by all these stunning towers, or magic towers if you want to call it. And pretty much he's OG on all that. Let's go ahead and see him in effect in this next dungeon. I am on level 5 dungeons. Easy mode. I haven't done the difficult or expert mode on this option. I'm just showing you how to make sure you build him, and then I will go more in depth with the build once I do acquire some resources for this account. Now, I'm not going to keep it free to play. I don't believe that helps you or hurts you. I just believe you should invest when you can, and if you can't, don't waste your money on buying resources. Obviously, make sure you have food in the fridge. Alright, let's go ahead and follow him. Just watch how quickly he gets rid of all these high level soldiers. Instantly. Really instantly. He doesn't waste any time getting rid of all the soldiers. So just imagine when you're at a base where somebody has a full base of soldiers and high level monsters. I would recommend you run an Asura or Anubis at that point, and that way you can get the most effective way of managing the whole base when you go kill someone. Look at that, we're on dungeon 6 now. So this is not a base you want to run somebody like Thunder God, because watch what will happen. He's going to get a lot of HP taken. I'm gonna add the HP pet just so he gets some heal back. But 9 times out of 10, even with a Thunder God at this point, you're not going to DPS fast enough. And with Ashura's ability, he's able to override a lot of other monsters very quickly and kill almost 3 or 4 at once. Now, at this point, I have leveled his skill up to more than minimum, because when I was running him on the video before, excuse me, his power hungry skill ability was at level 1. Now I can choose to replace him with a vampire bat, and then I can run Thunder God with a, I wish I had the, yes I do have her. Nice, I can run Thunder God with that pet, Celestial, whatever they call her, Minnow. She's a weird name to spell. And then I can actually have a Lanacore with a non-stun pet. That way he doesn't get stunned as much. And then I can run Siren with a healer pet. And I can run Cupid with another healer pet. And that's my build right there. Let's go ahead and test out somebody's base. Check this out. We're gonna run Asura, and we see a Pumpkin Duke and a Dark Knight and a Michael. Michael is the only issue for me. However, my build will be able to kill all but one. I will show you an option here. So we're gonna have him paired up with Asura, and just watch how quick this dungeon goes. I'm not using any boosts other than what's already built in, and I'm not using any heals. As you can see, Asura stunned the other hero, as well as, and as you can see, Michael does his second proc. But the butterfly helps out with stuns, because the butterfly, if you guys didn't know, actually stuns heroes in the area, not just in front of you. So that saves you a whole bunch of time. Yes, this guy was probably outmatched for most, but if I'm running a SAS squad and a fast area of effect team, I won't lose a lot of HP, because I'm not having to worry about whether or not I can do the hits. I just do them. So this is probably a good test for Asura. Let's see how quick this run takes. So we have 3 minutes on the clock. Let's see how quick this goes. As you can see, the Vampire Bat is speeding up the kills. Let's see if there's any issues with the bases. Not at all. His ability is just very unassuming. And to speed this up, I'm going to use some soldiers right there, and also a couple right here. I'm not using a lot of soldiers, I just want to speed up the kills, so he's not wasting a lot of time trying to do 1 or 2 kills. And the thing I love about Vampire Bat, it does not discriminate to one hero. It goes to all the heroes if he is available. So let's try him one more time, just Asura, and just watch how quickly he either gets rid of his competition, or he attacks so many at once he doesn't have to get rid of anybody, because he has 4 swords for his ability, and he also has the magic ability he does, which is pretty much giving him all the options. The only thing is his magic ability doesn't work on walls, it only works on living things and also buildings. If it worked on walls, kind of like an Athene, or even more so like a Rosaline, then I wouldn't have to do half of this stuff to build him. So I'm going to finish building him, and you guys can follow me on this series to max out 3 of these heroes on my noob account without having to spend a lot of money on resources. I'll show you guys my current resources. This is probably enough for one hero to reach level 200 with gems included for other purchases. And gems are built day and night, so I'm not too worried about it. So guys, keep track with me here. I will make this an offensive build for any new players who's looking to start playing CastleClash competitively. And you do get a nice boost when you start the game. If you never knew, they're actually giving you a lot of... Ooh, I just ranked up again. Nice. So they are giving a lot of new players a lot more tutorials, and also I believe CastleClash has got more than just beginner tutorials. They also have, let me finish this tutorial right now. It says go ahead and join a guild to finish your game. So I will join a guild with at least 10,000 requirements. I don't want to make a guild just yet. So let me filter. Well, actually, I could just run my own guild, but not at this moment in time. I just want to get the hang of it. Oh, nice. I'm gonna join them. Legions of Heroes. And the great thing about guilds, guys, is you just go back to the hub. Once you've applied for a guild, they will allow you to join. You just have to give it no more than a day. So I'm going to go ahead and level his skill up. I do believe I have another. I'm gonna do a level 5. Change. Yes, perfect. That's the best one for Asura at this moment. Somebody that needs XP would probably be CastleClash or Santerboom, just because you're giving them the best opportunity to level up. Now, if you know you have a hero you're not training, I would give them the Enlighten. That way you can focus on other heroes and you can just put them into a tower and let them go ahead and level up quicker. So move speed I'm going to give to, that's pretty good for Atlanticor, so I'm not going to give the move speed to Atlanticor. It would be nice, but he would need to have an insignia first before I think about that. So I'm actually going to give the move speed to Santa, just because he's going to be fast enough to deal damage and not worry. And then I'm going to give the Flame Guard to somebody like him. Blade Shell is a primitive move, and not a lot of people understand. So I'll just wait for that to update. I should be good to go. I am aggressive about applying to clans. You always want to get a clan where they would be around your level. You don't want to just jump into any clan just because they have a nice team. Doesn't mean they're always pretty good. I have another clan I'm associated with, which is called, it's a weird spelling, I'll show you guys in a second here, but I'm gonna apply to 2 other clans, that way I don't limit my chances here. Oh, there we go. That's an Indonesian one. I don't want to join somewhere I'm not able to play with people at the same time zone. So what I like to do is just get a clan that's right around my level. I'll apply, because you don't want to friend people that aren't going to log in at all. I'll apply to those. Oh, nice, we got in. So clan tutorial. Yes, you can donate to each of the sentinels. Blase. I like to donate gems. It's faster, saves you time. Plus you get more of these guys versus waiting. And you need red crystals and money when you start this game. You don't want to spend red crystals when you need them for other things. Now, one thing I do like is being able to redeem daily rewards. And it's a little bit of a different one. So we're going to see what's available out here. Now, what I do want to show you guys is how to obtain Moxie. Moxie is what helps out when you do go for raids. Now, I've donated to the clan, so let's see what I get. I got something. Let me donate something more. I don't like what I got. That's too little. I'll donate about 500. Yeah, that's too much. 900. Done. What I love about the clan guilds that helps you with the game, obviously you have the shops where you can buy the hero cards. You also get daily rewards like the ones I'm showing you where to claim. But what I love buying is the Moxie from the Magic Bureau, and also the Riches, which helps you with boosting how much resources you receive every time you start a new raid, or even an expedition, or even more so, it protects your heroes when you don't need to use a spell. The main thing I realized with a lot of this game is a lot of people spend money on the characters. However, if you think about it, what are you going to spend more on? Gold, characters, gems. I would focus on gems. Now, I'm using Asura in this raid right here. I just want to show you which kind of monsters have a better effect against him. Any monster that can freeze, like obviously Lazulix, or any monster that can stun, will obviously beat him at his game, which he deflects half of the damage all the time. Now, I did use Santa to be able to clean up most of the rest of this level. However, Santa is not a hand-to-hand combat kind of character. He's more of a distance combat character. That's why I do have the chicken, I forget what you call it. But you can see right there, the doppelganger from the Revenant actually did more damage to me. And Revenant is a good defense character, but he's not so good once you start getting to a higher level, because he does a limited amount of damage. And I'm going to now start leveling up the Asura and increasing his inscription level so that he can be able to perform good. Now, other than that, if you see right now, all free-to-play players should be taking advantage of the Arid Ruins. It's daily rewards with no expense to you. I always pick the healing spell just because you don't need to have a lot more DPS. You just need to be able to recover so you don't run out of heroes. Plus, you can use it on your teammate. So just watch. I will show you one full run. Now, the only issue is if you have an outmatched team. Like you see, all those heroes died at once. And that was because we were dealing with a vampire Vlad. And when I start using Sasquatch, he just obliterates a whole competition. And why does he do that? Is because, not that he's immune to stun, it's just his auto proc just freezes everything around him. Doesn't matter if you're a dragon or anything. And as you can see, those rewards are multiple choice, but you get the best of the best. And it's free. So why not? Now let's go ahead and watch one more run. Similar characters. I don't have to really do too much on these levels because a lot of people, and that's one whole run right there. I just fast forwarded for you guys and just watch what rewards I get. Check that out. You get soul stones, you get a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm just gonna fast forward all 5. That way we save us some time here. Check that out. That's not extra. That's easy for a beginning player to get started. You don't have to do the whole raid or the whole arid ruins by yourself. So you always want to get a stronger friend or partner, and you get basically rewards that most people are paying a lot for cheap or nothing at all. One more run, you can see the rewards, and you don't have to keep going after those first 5, because what happens is a lot of people don't necessarily understand you're only limited to the amount of rewards you get. Now I'm going to show you guys a demonstration of the new Asura leveled up. I'm going to max him out as a character, but he doesn't do any damage while he's at a wall. He will only do damage if it's over the wall or next to it. So if somebody has a better wall defense, with this raid, he's gonna cut down the walls, but not as quick as he did on the other one. And that's the main limits that you get with Asura. He is a great character to just run raids with. Now the only thing is, if somebody does have a Cosmo, Lazulix, or even a Zafirica or Lavanica, those who stun, they will not be able to get past with an Asura that's not fully maxed out. And just watch at this base, I will be able to show you how quick he gets rid of most of these towers. However, here's the catch. These are higher level walls, so just watch how much damage he does to all the towers and what his limits are as far as where he can go. And you see he is attacking a wall, but it takes even longer, even with the stronger talent level. I'll go ahead and fast forward it for you guys, that way you guys can keep up with it. Yeah, we're gonna run back another dungeon here so that you guys can get a reference of how good or bad Asura is. As you can see, this dungeon right here has a higher wall level. However, Asura keeps attacking the walls and he's not successfully going past it. However, what differentiates him from other heroes is the fact that he can continue attacking even with the obstacle next to him, or if he's frozen by somebody. His mage ability, as you can see right there, is not attacking 1 or 2 people, it's attacking up to 5 characters at once. And that saves a lot of time, because most other heroes are on a line of sight attack. His attack is more so like hot shots, how he spreads out the attack, but his is a nice area of effect because it's not limited to just what's in front of him. He can attack behind him and also to his right and left. Now as you see, he is methodically taking over, and his proc is not going to stop because he's constantly deflecting damage, which is increasing his energy unlimited. So he's one of the fastest procs I've ever done. The reason I say that is because other heroes build up, cool down, build up, cool down. His is constantly going and going and going because he's not having to wait until he breaks a wall down to start hitting. He's not waiting for the towers to unstun him. He's not waiting for the other heroes to come to him. The next thing is I'm going to show you a raid with just him. And the reason I just want to show you this is because I want to show you the flaw of this raid is the fact that they have a double wall around the resources. However, since that is a central design, it's actually worse for the person who designed it, because as you can see, I can attack outside of the walls without having to go through them. So he's one of the best at that. And I kind of like that fact that I don't have to destroy the wall or go through the wall to attack. Now, he won't go directly to that last army camp because there's no physical army there or any characters he can attack. Hope that makes sense. Now, comparing him to CastleClash, CastleClash has that ability to break a lot of walls down instantaneously, and I was trying to upgrade his destiny here. However, I only have him, so it's going to be a little bit challenging leveling him up and maxing his whole destiny out. Other than that, guys, I want to make sure you guys tune in for content that you like. If you want a specific kind of video, let me know, and subscribe and share.